Hi everybody, welcome back to Sunshine Soap and Candle Company. Today we're going to be making soap, but the first part of the video is going to be a review on some fragrance oils. You guys have been asking me a lot of questions about what are my top 10 fragrance oils to use, which ones are good in candles, which ones are good in soaps, what are my favorite suppliers and things like that. So I'm happy to say that I've been in collaboration with one of my favorite soap and candle supply companies, Nature's Garden Candles, and they had sent me a box of a bunch of fragrance oils. So this video I'm going to be reviewing half of the stuff that they sent me and to help me do this video, and then in the next video I'm going to be reviewing the other half. And today we're going to be making a soap with one of the fragrance oils that's in this little stash right here. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smell the fragrance oil out of the bottle. I'm going to explain to you what it smells like to me, and then I'm going to read the fragrance notes, because a funny thing for me is I can read the fragrance description, I can read the fragrance notes, but then when I smell it myself, sometimes I get a totally different take on what it is. So the first one we're going to be smelling is called Applejack and Peel. This is a really good candle fragrance. I've used this one before from other companies. I've never used it from Nature's Garden Candles. So let's go ahead and give it a smell out of the bottle. Oh man, that smells so good. It smells, that's one of the best Applejack and Peel fragrances I've ever smelled. This smells like spicy, it has spicy clove notes and definitely fruit forward with the apple. It smells like cinnamon, cloves, apples, nutmeg, super good. Really good, I think, all year round, but especially like in the fall for your candles. I've used this type of fragrance oil in candles before, and it does have a really nice scent throw. So the notes to this one, they say, Nature's Garden Candles says the top notes are lemon zest, grapefruit, and apple. I didn't get any of the lemon zest or the grapefruit, but definitely apple. Mid notes of peach, orange, cinnamon, and clove. Definitely smell the cinnamon and clove. And the base notes are maple, vanilla, cream, and musk. Now all of those combined, you know, some notes are going to be stronger to you than other notes when it's all combined, but overall really good, strong fragrance, and I know these will this will throw well in candles. Okay, the next one I wanted to show you is called Loving Spell, and this is a fragrance oil that is similar to I know this because I've gotten a type like this from another company before, and it's similar to the Victoria's Secret Love Spell. So let me go ahead and smell Nature's Garden's version. I have never smelled this one before from Nature's Garden. So what I do know about the ones that I've used in the past is it does stick really nicely in cold processed soap. It has a nice strong smell. So let me go ahead and smell this one. Okay, that smells really good. Smells like definitely getting some orange notes right off the top. Some citrus like California orange, fresh fruit, combination of maybe a little bit of effervescence. I'm getting orange, maybe a little bit of strawberry, and effervescent citrusy smell, strong. So let's take a look at what they say. So that's my take on this fragrance. Nature's Garden says it's a sweet bouquet of mandarin orange, yeah, I got that orange right off the bat, bergamot, and tangerine, enhanced by hints of fresh peaches, strawberries, and raspberries, on an undertone of white musk. Okay, so I was able to detect some of those notes in here, and I definitely agree with the fragrance notes on this one. It smells really good. If you like fruity type orange, tangerine, strawberry smells, this is a really good one. Great for summer and spring. Okay, on to the next one. This one is called Pink Sugar. Now, I've never actually smelled pink sugar. I've done the blue sugar before, so I'm interested to see what the pink sugar smells like. Let me see. Oh, that's a really good fragrance. It smells like vanilla, maybe a little bit like cotton candy, like the pink cotton candy, but not overly sweet, not overly sickening. Kind of fresh and airy and light. This would be really, really good in a lotion. Pink sugar. Let me go ahead and see. Okay, oh, something I forgot to tell you too real quick is the Applejack and Peel is a Nature's Garden bestseller, and the Loving Spell is a Nature's Garden bestseller. All right, now let's talk about the pink sugar type. Okay, the pink sugar type, they say it smells like a fruity blend of cotton candy, lemon drops, caramel, and raspberry jam on a dry down of musks. Yeah, let me go ahead and smell that again. Definitely picking up the cotton candy notes right off the bat. Lemon drop, yeah, I definitely can smell. I think that's what's adding to the freshness of it. The caramel and raspberry jam, it has a raspberry jam undertone for sure and a caramel base. Really good, complex fragrance. Probably gonna try this in some lotion. Pink sugar. All right. The next one is Asian Pear and Lily. Ooh, that smells good. I really, really like that. It, to me, smells like your classic kind of Anjou pear, even though it says Asian pear. To me, I definitely get that classic like Anjou pear fruit. Gosh, that smells really good. If you like pears, if you like pear fragrance oil, this is really awesome. And it's got like that fruit floral mixture. So the lily, to me, is kind of on the back end, the base note. The pear is the forward note on this. Really, really good. Let's see what they say about Asian pear and lily. Okay, they say it's a beautiful accord containing top notes of nashi pear, apple, and leafy greenery, followed by middle notes of jasmine, lily of the valley, and rose petals, all sitting on a base note of pear nectar, musk, and peony blossoms. This is a really good mix of fruit and floral. Cannot wait to use this. I probably will use this in soap, maybe lotion. This is really good. The next one this is a regular in my line, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at what their notes are here because, yeah, I had a feeling. This one is also a Nature's Garden bestseller, and I can tell you why. It is really awesome. This is called Black Cherry Bomb fragrance oil, and I'm gonna smell it so I can describe it to you, but I already know what it smells like because this is one that I use all the time. It's one of my absolute favorites. Okay, if you are someone that likes the smell of cherries, this is a must-have for your soap line. I have actually never tried it in candles or wax melts, but this might be a good one to put into maybe try in a wax melt. It's super strong, super concentrated cherry smell. A little bit goes a long way. In fact, when I use it for my soaps, I don't use the maximum usage rate for soaps because it is a very strong fragrance. It carries really well, so it lasts a long time. But to me, this smells like candied cherries, real strong. If you like the smell of maraschino cherries out of the jar, to me, it smells like a jar of maraschino cherries. This is one of my most popular soaps as well. This goes quickly. I still think I have maybe a few left on my website right now from my last batch. I can't remember, but I usually always carry it in either a cupcake or a bar soap. Really good. So what they say is that this black cherry fragrance oil will literally burn your nose hairs out. It's so strong. We're obviously joking, but it is that strong. Yes, I agree, super strong. A delightful black cherry aroma that is not too sickening sweet. It's a bestseller from Nature's Garden, really good. If you like cherry fragrances, definitely add this one to your line. All right, now this last one I'd never smelled before, and I actually decided the other day, I did take a peek and smell this one because I was super intrigued by it, and I thought I would be doing this one for the soap in the video today. So this one is called Lavender Martini, And I was like, what is that? I wonder what that smells like. So I'm gonna go ahead and find it here in my notes. Okay, and I'll give it a smell and give you what my first impression, my take on it is. It's really good. Definitely getting that lavender, strong, forward lavender smells coming through, but it also smells very effervescent, like it's got an alcohol note to it, but you have to be super careful when you buy fragrance oils with alcohol notes in it because sometimes they're really not good. I won't say who I've purchased some from before that I can't use because to me they're really disgusting. This one, the alcohol note is spot on. It smells almost like a gin or vermouth with a lavender base. It's got more in there that I can't detect, but it's really interesting, smells really good. So this is going to be the one that we're making soap with today. And it is, their notes on it say, this fragrance oil by Nature's Garden is where gin martini meets lavender in this creative aroma. And they say it's effervescent carbonation with top notes of tangy lemon zest. Yes, I can smell that. Orange and carbonation, followed by middle notes of spicy bergamot, mint and lavender, sitting on a base note of rosewood. Really good, complex, unique fragrance. So we're gonna go ahead and make soap with this. Okay, so in planning and developing this soap for this video, I decided to go ahead and use champagne in this soap. There's a couple of reasons why I decided to use champagne. I feel like the Lavender Martini has definitely like a champagne, bubbly, effervescent smell to it. And also champagne will add some, selling value to your product because it's very like marketable to say you have unique ingredients in your soap. Also, champagne is going to add a fluffy, stable, kind of big fluffy lather to the soap because of the sugars in the champagne. And it is said to be good for the skin. It has lots of antioxidants in it and it's supposed to be great for anti-aging. So let's get to soap making. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is boil off all of the alcohol and the carbonation off of the champagne. So I had to go ahead and get my husband to help me with this part. So we're gonna go ahead and pop the champagne corks and get them ready to boil. Woo! So it's a little carbonated, real bubbly. If you mix the champagne straight with the lye, without boiling off the alcohol or carbonation, you're gonna get an explosion. So it's really super important not to skip this step. And you're gonna boil it for a good 30 minutes. And here's the second bottle. Now the reason I'm using 2 bottles here is because as you boil off the alcohol, it's going to evaporate by close to 50%. And I want to do a total water substitution here. I want the champagne to be the liquid base for the soap. All right, I'll bring you right back when it's boiling and show you what that looks like. Okay, so there is the champagne at a full boil. You don't want to really walk away from it at this time because it does have a tendency to get very frothy and it might come over the top and you have to adjust your temperature if it gets too bubbly. So you just kind of want to hang out, babysit it, and watch it. And you definitely want to be at this phase right here for about 30 minutes. Okay, so I'll bring you back when we're ready to make some soap. Okay, this is what the champagne looks like after being boiled for 30 minutes. As you can see, it has reduced down quite a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it into a container and I'm just gonna leave it out on my counter overnight. And that way we'll make sure all the carbonation and alcohol has been fully evaporated. All right, I am back to go ahead and make my liquid and lye solution. I have my fan on. to pull up the fumes, so sorry for the noise, but I thought you'd want to see what that process looked like mixing it with the champagne, the lye with the champagne. So after heating the champagne, this is the color it turned, and we actually only got 9.3 ounces out of both bottles after we boiled the alcohol for 30 minutes and let it set overnight. So I am going to have to add some distilled water to this recipe to account for the loss of liquid. So we're at 9.3 and I need to bring my liquid up to 15 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my liquid until I get to my 15 ounces. Okay, there we go. And then now I'm going to go ahead and add my lye to my water and champagne mixture. So I'm going to tear out my scale. And then this recipe calls for 7.88 ounces. Okay, so that's what it looks like right now. It's super hot, so I'll just show you like that. I've got to let it cool, and I am going to prep my oils and butters, and we'll be back when we're ready to combine the two together. All right, now I'm going to be creating bubbles for the top of the soap out of melt and pour soap. So we're going to be creating like a champagne bubble effect on the top, and here is what the soap looks like. All I did was cut down some melt and pour suspension base soap. Now it's really important that you use the suspension base because that is the type of melt and pour soap where when you use glitter or micas or additives, the stuff doesn't sink down to the bottom of the soap. It actually suspends through the whole thing. So I've used some Twinkling Lights glitter and some Snowflake Sparkle mica, and all we're going to be doing is taking my piping tips and creating different sized circles for bubbles. So I poured this into a little slab mold, a silicone slab mold, and now we're just using these as sort of like cutters. There we go. Okay, we are back and we're ready to make some soap. You can see the lye solution, the lye champagne solution has turned a dark brown, and that is just one of the things that happens when you use alcohol as your base liquid. Since we're going for a purple and white themed soap, this might prove to be a bit challenging. I have made soap lots of times with beer as the base liquid, and you can't get kind of a creamy white color, so we're gonna see how it goes. All right, let's get started. what's kind of cool about this is you're gonna see the lye mixture go straight down to the bottom because the lye is so dark, you'll be able to see that process. That happens every time, but when the lye is so dark, you can see it going straight down. Now we are going to be battling a little bit of acceleration as well because that's just what happens when you use alcohol as your liquid. So we are going to, I'm soaping at room temperature to try to help combat that issue a little bit. And I'm just going to stick blend on low. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get this nice caramelly color, and I'm just going to stick blend to emulsification and split off my batch. The base of my soap is going to be purple, and then the piping will be, probably will be able to get it to a creamy white. I will probably need to add titanium dioxide to both. Containers just to brighten up that brown. So here's what it looks like now. I'm going to go ahead and split off about, probably, let's see, probably about 16 ounces or so. That'll give me enough for a little drop swirl. And that'll give me enough for a drop swirl and some piping on the top. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and add some titanium dioxide to here and there. We may need to add more, but and then I'm gonna add my purple. Okay, I'm gonna add a good amount there. Let's see how light we can get this. Okay, there, that's a nice creamy white color. And that will continue to lighten up a little bit as the soap cures. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stop there because we will accelerate. And then let's see what we can do with this purple vibrance. Okay, not too shabby. I think we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more. That's how the purple looks. It still has kind of a brownish hue to it, so I'm gonna add more purple into this. There we go. There, that should be just fine. All right, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and hand stir in my fragrance. Now, the fragrance oil itself gets very good reviews. It says it soaps with no discoloration, no acceleration issues, so that's very good. I'm gonna go ahead and just scrape my colors off the sides. It smells so good, you guys. It's just a really nice, sophisticated fragrance. Okay, this is actually gonna be good. I'm excited. So here we go. There. And here's the white. All right. We're doing okay so far, but luckily we're still, we're soaping at room temperature and all that. So I'm gonna have to probably speed up a little bit to cure to get a good drop swirl inside. Okay. I'm just gonna add a little bit to the side. Here we go. I've been wanting to do a fragrance oil review for a long time, and it's hard because you don't always have your top 10, or you don't always know, like your top 10 changes a lot. So it was just really good to collaborate with Nature's Garden and talk to them about, you know, what are some of their favorites and what are some of my favorites, and can we put that together? And so it's really exciting to be collaborating with them and getting some fragrance oils and stuff that I've never tried, which is always fun. It's fun to add to your line. And okay. Actually, I think I may want to try to stick blend this a little bit more, but yeah, let's go ahead. Just to make sure the fragrance is all mixed in. To go ahead and pour it into our mold. It should be very pretty. So here we go. Okay, I'm actually going to be just putting in all the purple. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we'll just go like that. And then we'll do a nice S pattern. Okay, I do want to reserve about a cup or so for the piping. So we're just going to do another little I am like super pleased with how this is performing. I don't have any acceleration problems right now, which is good. Usually with beer soap and stuff that I've worked with in the past, you do get that problem with alcohol. Okay, that looks really beautiful actually. So I'm pleased with that. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape this out. This is really pretty. Gosh, it smells really wonderful, you guys. Really happy to be using this one. The weather around here is finally warming up. Gosh, we've had so much rain in our area in Northern California this winter. It's just insane. We finally had our real nice, warm, sunny day today in a long time, so it's been nice. But it's supposed to rain again for like a whole week, so we're kind of gearing up for that. All right. Now I may add some more titanium dioxide and water to that just to kind of brighten it up a little bit more for the piping. And I will bring you right back when we're ready to pipe the top. Okay, we are back and we're ready to pipe the top of this soap. Now I wanted it to kind of look like bubbles or like more round, so I went ahead and I used the round large piping tip. I think it's from Wilton, I don't really know. And I went ahead and I drew on my 1-inch marks for my soap because that is what I usually cut my bars at. So, and this is how white I was able to get it up. So I think it will continue to cure and dry a little bit whiter, but even if it doesn't, I mean, that looks really good. It's a nice contrast with the purple and it works pretty good. One thing I do like about the Lavender Martini so far is that it seems like the scent is sticking, it's not morphing, and it had zero acceleration. and you know, I was soaping with alcohol here, so I was definitely scared that that might be an issue, and it hasn't been at all. So this has been a great fragrance, performance-wise, in cold process soap. And it's a unique fragrance. It's not one you're gonna find on, you know, in everybody's lineup. So it's kind of nice when you find those unique fragrances. It kind of draws people to your product. So we're just doing like a dollop right in the middle of that little 1-inch mark that I made, right down the middle of the soap. I just wanted it to look festive. You can see the piping texture is really good. Like, it's not too loose and it's not too stiff. So we may add a little bit more to that first one. Maybe we'll come back around and just add a little, now that I know I've got extra here. We're also going to be topping this with those little glitter bubbles I made. Champagne bubbles. So this will shrink down a bit when the embed is placed. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and add some glitter now. Maybe I'll just use my hand. Yeah, I think it's easier just to sprinkle with my hand. Right on the top. Now, this is called Twinkling Lights glitter. This is not from Nature's Garden, actually, so this is a really nice fine glitter, that iridescent, that picks up a lot of different colors in the light, so it's nice for these types of, that looks really pretty against the white and the purple too. Really, really nice. Okay, there's that. Okay, then I'm going to come back and start adding in my little champagne bubble embeds that we made earlier. This is just, you know, one example of lots of stuff you could do with a fragrance like this. This fragrance would be a great recipe to swirl multiple colors with, because it doesn't set up quickly at all. So this would be a great fragrance to use if you want to do swirls, or any type of intricate design. You've got lots of time to work, which is great. There we go. I'm just adding in the little tiny ones to add some variance and design. Here we go. Let's see. Do we have any more spots we could add? This tiny one can go up here. I think that's going to be it. I might, let's see, we'll put one more on this one off to the side. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this with some 91% rubbing alcohol, and we'll let it set for 24 hours. And there we have it, friends. That is the making of Lavender Martini soap using real champagne. Stay tuned for the cutting. Hi everybody, we're back for the cutting. I bet you're really super surprised at how bright the purple and white came up when you first saw the lye mixture, how dark it was. Take a look at that. So I'm super impressed by how well the color came up. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like on the inside. I'm using my single bar cutter because whenever I do embeds, I never get it perfectly lined up. So we are going to use the single bar cutter today to make sure I don't cut through the embeds. Okay. That's cute. So that's what that one looks like. To the top. So these will vary slightly in thickness as I adjust for the piping. Cute. I got a nice white swirl in there. Looks really cute. I'm very impressed how this turned out. I can't wait to use it because the champagne should have a nice fluffy, big lather. Should make it nice and luxurious. Okay. Go ahead and cut a few more. That one's cute. All right, I'll go ahead and make this the last cut, and I'll do the rest off camera. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video and you want to see more of this kind, please remember to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends. Bye.